guys, I'm Dustin. Today I will be standing instead of my sitting. I watched my X-Men video. It is really weird sitting and I don't know why I'm swinging like this. Who knows? Who cares? Anyway, today I'm going to be looking at the Yobo FC Twin. You guys are not aware what this thing is. Basically, it's a console that you can buy online. It's about 30-40 bucks from any eBay or Amazon, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to put links to it, but basically I just want to take a look at it. But basically what it does is that it plays your regular Nintendo games as well as the Super Nintendo games. Hooray! So basically if you have a broken Nintendo or Super Nintendo, this thing will fix you right up. Actually this thing works surprisingly well. So, but you know, before I get into that, guys, I'm going to give you a closer look and also what comes with it. So here we go. The Yobo FC Twin, made by Yobo. Hey, you're talking to my guy all wrong. It's the wrong tone. Do it again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron. Let me ask you something. This is lame. Well guys, here's a closer look at the FC Twin with both the SNES and NES cartridges in there. Like I said before, it has the 16-bit and 18-bit power. To basically use this switch like when you pop in a Super Nintendo game, you flip the switch and it goes to Super Nintendo. You can start playing your Super Nintendo games, no problem. And if you want to play your 8-bit Nintendo, click it up once more. And boom, you're playing Castlevania, no problem. Also has the reset switch, which does work, actually, surprisingly. Taking these cartridges out is really a hassle, especially on the Nintendo side. I'm not quite sure if I can take out that, wow. That was very difficult. It seems like when you take out the cartridges or even pop it into the FC Twin, it sits in there super snug and it's very difficult to get out, as you can kind of see. But the Super Nintendo ones just come right out. They sit in there pretty snugly too, but not as bad as the Super Nintendo cartridges. Now you can plug in your FC Twin Yobo controller. Before I forget though, it has the standard yellow, red, and white out, and the power supply right there. You plug in your power supply and then it turns on. This thing does not run on thrills, it actually runs on power, sadly. And there's the Yobo holographic seal of approval looking sticker, so that you know that you're getting an authentic Yobo product. Here's an FC Twin controller, very similar to the Super Nintendo controller. Of course, it has the Y, X, B, and A buttons, select start, and the shoulder bumpers, as well as the very similar or exact Super Nintendo plug-in. Plays nice. It never really had any problems. The D-pad sometimes does stick a little bit. Of course, the weird thing about this is usually on a Nintendo game. On a Nintendo game, it utilizes B and A as its primary buttons, but when you're using the FC Twin, B is here, or B is here and A is up here. This would be a B turbo button, and this is a turbo button, whereas these two here function normally as one button press. So that is the FC Twin controller. Not much to look at, kind of flimsy, but it works. But enough about that. I'm gonna pop in these games and give you guys a look and see what they sound and look like. Guys, here we go. I'm gonna show you the FC Twin in action. Here's Street Fighter 2. Check it out. For some reason, I always when I pick Guile, I always gotta fight Chun-Li. And I'm very close to this television. Oh, you got nothing, Chun-Li? Oh, maybe she does have something today. I don't know. Chun-Li laying on the ground because Guile whooped her ass. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna take out Street Fighter 2 and pop in Castlevania so you can get a good look at it. Alright guys, well here's Castlevania. On the FC Twin, it looks good. This is not a very good TV. It has its problems, but it works because it's CRT. The first thing you notice about the FC Twin and the Nintendo counterpart is that it is way louder than the Super Nintendo. I have no idea why, but it is. And also, for some reason, it stretches like on the Super Nintendo. It puts a bar up here, but on the Nintendo side, it puts it down here. I don't know why. And also the color is extremely bright. Of course, if you haven't never played Castlevania, you guys probably should go out and buy it right away because it's an amazing game. As well as Street Fighter 2. One thing I wanted to point out is that not every game on the NES library will work on the FC Twin. I have Castlevania 3. I didn't put it in because I know it doesn't work. But if you guys are interested, just go online, Google FC Twin compatibility list. Castlevania 3 is right up there, which is unfortunate because that's a pretty good game too. Of course, with this, the sound emulation is not spot on. It's about 90%, give or take whatever game you're playing. Castlevania sounds good for the most part, Contra, I noticed, sounds a little grittier. It doesn't sound exactly like it would on a regular Nintendo, for some reason. I almost forgot I was doing a review. I almost started playing. I really just want to play this game and not even do the review now. But hey guys, I'm going to move on here. I just wanted to give you a look as far as gameplay on the NES side. Alright guys, well, one thing I did want to point out is the power button. I kind of talked about it before, but it has a slider button, like I said, 16-bit to 8-bit. Go like this. Goes to 16-bit, and then your Super Nintendo game comes right on. There's Street Fighter 2 for that ass. This TV is really gross and dirty, I apologize. And then also, if you go back over here, hit 8-bit, boom, you got Castlevania. Not bad. Well guys, here are my final thoughts on the FC Twin. I know I've said FC Twin about a million times in this video, but like I said, I did miss this one thing here, is that the Nintendo cartridges, while in the 72-pin connector, is really super tight, but there's that little bit of wobble there. Super Nintendo, not so much. But this one, they're not really going anywhere. As you can see, because they're hard as balls to rip out. Like I said before guys, it's basically it's an emulator on a chip. It's not the actual hardware, so not every game is compatible. So if you're thinking about getting one, this thing, it works pretty well for my taste. I've seen videos online of people saying that they absolutely hate this thing. I think it's pretty cool, especially if you have a Nintendo or Super Nintendo that's, bit the dust and you don't feel like fixing it. This is a good alternative. Otherwise, there is such other things like Retro Duo and a bunch of other million other ones, as well as the Retron 3, which I do not own, but nevertheless, pretty cool looking. So guys, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys very soon. Have a good one.